going to get 2 of these. What you are looking at that my friend Scott Hind is showing you is the flexible 50-foot expandable bungee hose. It expands to 50 feet, but when it contracts to something that is smaller, compact, easier to maneuver. You're not going to have to worry about kinking. You're not going to have to worry about that hard to maneuver, that heavy, that bulky garden hose. And whether you're watering your lawn, whether you're watering your plants, whether you're washing your car, whether you're spraying off your sidewalk, you can use it with your sprinkler system. It's going to fit every nozzle and spigot. This is the QVC 2 Big Deal, and you will get 2 of these fantastic bungee hoses for less than $50. Let me introduce you to my friend Scott Hind.
Hello, hello.
Hello
Good
there.
to see you again.
It's
Thanks for
wonderful to
having me
see you. I got to tell you, that is impressive. That it expands to a full 50 feet, but can compress to something that's small and manageable.
Less than 17 feet, and it weighs less than 2.5 pounds.
Nice.
So if you think about it, it makes a job that you need to do, watering.
Yeah.
It makes it lightweight, it makes it easy, it makes it efficient, and then it really creates almost this new concept in hoses, so to speak.
Yeah.
It really hasn't been around before.
This is such a great idea. So here's the only thing you need to know. Do you want a good garden hose? If the answer to that is yes, you're getting 2 of these. And then let us know which color you'd like, because you'll get 2 of them in whatever color you're choosing. You can choose 2 in the red, or you can choose 2 in the black. Now the item number is in 53855. And remember, the number to call to order on QVC2 is 800-500-7590. Our brand new QVC2 Big Deal is incredible. All right, so show me.
So here's what I love, dual-walled construction. Okay. So it's made out of a polyester polymer. So you really cannot destroy this. You can run over this with your car. You can tie it in a knot, but guess what? It won't kink. That's a beautiful thing about it. So okay. I'll tie this in a knot, and then as we come down here, watch this, I'll turn it on with absolutely no problems whatsoever. Here's the knot, and I'll turn the pressure down a little bit. You saw that knot was in it, right?
Yeah,
so I can pull it as tight as I want, and now on top of that, I'll stand on it right here, okay? And we'll still turn the hose on with absolutely no problem.
Still giving me water.
Still giving me water with full pressure. So that's the beauty of this hose, is that you can really beat it to death and nothing's gonna go wrong.
Now I also noticed that you had a little nozzle that allows you to turn it on and off from the end of the hose.
That's important. That's a brand new feature you've never seen before. The key here is if you have a sprinkler, okay? Because remember, this will contract once you let the water out. Okay. So once it goes out, it goes back down to a little less than 17 feet. But if you have a sprinkler, you don't want that to happen. No big deal. You can leave the hose on and turn it on right here at the sprinkler, so you don't have to go all the way back to the spigot, and then the hose stays extended. But if you want to turn it off, which I'll show you in just a second, it puts itself away.
And remember, I was holding this planter. Here's the beauty. I'm not having some big, mound of hose that's in my yard or trying to crank one of those heavy, cumbersome things. My hose is right here. This is the 50-foot hose. I can hide it in a planter until I'm ready to use it. That's what you're going to love about the convenience of this. And the quality and the durability means that it is going to work and last and last.
Look at this.
This is the one.
Would you think this is 50 feet of hose? You wouldn't.
Can I hold this?
Of course.
And it weighs?
Less than 2.5 pounds. If you put this together, okay, it gives you 100 feet of hose, obviously you get 2.
Because you get 2.
Most 100-foot hoses weigh a minimum of 20 pounds. Plus they kink, they get folded, they knock your plants out because they're heavy, they break. Well here, with 100 feet of hose total, it weighs less than 5 pounds. It doesn't collect dirt, it doesn't tear your garden apart, it's just easy to use. So if you hold that, if I start walking over here, if you're able to follow me, look how far this hose goes. I can just keep going over here and go and go and go. All the hose that you're holding in your hands, that's still what I have here. I could go all the way across the entire room and still not be extended the whole way.
How fabulous. Okay, so here's what's happening. The red choice is already our most popular, and what I love about my red hose is that I'm not worrying about losing it in the yard. I know exactly where it is, and yet when you're ready to fold this up, you can tuck it away in a planter. It's light enough even to hang on the spout because it only weighs about 2.5 pounds. Let me ask you this, Scott. Can I connect because I'm getting two of them?
You
can
absolutely
I connect them
for a
together?
total of 100 feet.
Yeah.
But it contracts down to about 30 feet. That's the beauty of it. And remember, less than 5 pounds. So it's just convenient. It's easy. You know, if you look at all that reel of hose, what would you rather lug around? That giant,
I know,
heavy,
look at this.
20 plus pounds?
And look, even sometimes rolling these up, you get kinks in these.
Right.
You're not gonna, you saw Scott not just kink it, he put a knot in this hose and it was still getting water pressure. That's why this is such an exciting QVC2 big deal. Now let me just remind you, you're getting 2 of these. Now what you do need to let us know is whether you want your 2 in red or whether you want your 2 in black. And by the way, just so everybody knows too, on their own, these typically cost close to $30 a piece each, everyone. So you're getting 2 of them for $50. Here's how it's working, and tell me what I'm looking at, Scott.
It expands to 3 times its size. It also contracts down to 3 times, or to less than 3 times its size. So what would normally weigh over 20 pounds total, 100 feet of hose, weighs less than 5 pounds. So it's simple to use. You don't have to worry about this mess anymore. You can put this away in a closet, in a pot, anywhere you need to. It's super simple and lightweight. And I know, and I understand, it's not, garden hoses aren't something you think of a lot of innovation. There hasn't been a lot of innovation in garden hoses in a long time, but this is the exception. You're getting between 50 to 80 PSI, which is a lot of PSI. So you can, whether you add a nozzle or whether you just use it on its own, you can wash, you can garden, you can do whatever you want. There's an adjustable fitting at the end that's brass. So it really is the highest, probably most technologically advanced hose I've seen maybe ever.
You said that. Let's come in close to show that. Those are brass fittings.
Yep.
On your bungee hose. Your bungee hose is made of a sturdy, durable construction, and then you have brass fittings, and those will fit standard nozzles and
Absolutely,
spigots.
it's a universal thread, so you're good to go. So, and I'll show you in just a second after I drain this, all the attachments you can put on. Anything that goes on a normal garden hose goes on this one.
This is the QVC2 big deal, everybody. And remember, this is available for you from 9 p.m. until 9 p.m. or while the inventory that we have lasts. And it is garden season, and you know you need a garden hose to water your lawn, to water your plants, to wash your car, to clean off your...
I'm sorry to interrupt you. As I let this water out,
all right.
I want you to keep talking.
Go ahead.
Watch how this hose starts contracting as I let all this water out. Sorry about that, go ahead. You see how it shrinks all the way back down. So the water's out now.
Okay.
And you saw me earlier walk all the way back, okay? So this hose here, Leah.
How many feet is it now?
This is now down less than 17 feet.
Yeah.
This hose has water in it.
Okay.
Remember, you get 2. Look at the difference of how much more hose when this is fully expanded versus that one when it's fully contracted.
Yeah, I'll show you.
That's the beauty.
Take a look. This is the hose, and the other thing is, think how much space you're saving when you've got a hose of this size, and yet it's going to expand to a full 50 feet. So that big cumbersome garden hose that you've been using, yeah, this is the better solution. Here's what I want to do. I want to give you the opportunity to place your order because this is the brand new QVC2 big deal. And you are getting 2 of the flexible 50-foot expandable bungee hoses. Now you can choose 2 in red or you can choose 2 in black. That means maybe 1 for the front yard, 1 for the backyard. Keep it in your garage if you want to. Hide it away in a planter. It's not that big cumbersome hose that you used to think, oh, that's unsightly in my yard, but it expands to a full 50 feet. You can connect the 2 together if you need a super long hose, and you've got brass fittings. It is great quality. So the phone number to call, 800-500-7590. That's the number. If you're ordering on QVC2 and you just say, I want the big deal, and this set of 2 hoses will be on their way to you. All right, Scott, you got another demonstration?
Let's do it, yeah. So what we have, one has the water in it. You see how long that is, and this one has no water in it. So what I'm going to do first is put water into this one. Okay. See how quickly this starts expanding.
Look at it expand. Okay? Are we getting
Isn't that neat?
Yeah,
it's like a science project. It just keeps going and going and going and going. Now, at the same time, what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the water off in this hose and come out and let the water out so you see it contract back down. Okay. Because I really think that is the magic here, is seeing how...
All right, well, hang on, because we want to make sure they're seeing what you're doing. So basically, once you let the water out, or basically at home, if you're turning off your nozzle, your spigot, it's going to contract back down to that 17-foot length.
That's exactly correct. Yeah. Now look what we're down to.
Okay.
Now we're just down to this little bit again. So look at the difference as I come back here. Look at what all of that hose has contracted down to. The water's in this one, it's out of this one.
Okay.
Remember, you get 2 for
Yeah.
a total of 100 feet, but it's easy, it's lightweight. Both hoses combined weigh less than 5 pounds.
You want to walk over there
Yeah,
again?
let's do
Here,
it.
Because let me do this. I'm going to stand here. Remember, so this is the hose in its contracted position. So this is about 17 feet. It's nice and compact. This is the size that I can now put back in that planter, and nobody even knows that I've hidden my garden hose away. But take a look. Scott's gone all the way across the set. Bye, Scott.
See you later, guys.
And now, because it's filled with water, it's a 50-foot hose. So I can go all the way across my yard to water. I can go all the way to the back of my garden to water with a 50-foot hose. And yet, it's not going to take up a lot of space, and it's not going to kink, it's not going to knot, it's not going to be cumbersome. That's the reason this is the QVC 2 big deal. Okay, are you expanding this one?
I could do this all day. This is so much fun. Watch how it just
It's
keeps
fun to watch
expanding.
like a snake.
It goes from 17 feet out to 50 feet, and then if you put both together, it's 100 feet total. But really the key here is the weight. Each hose weighs less than 2.5 pounds. So you've got a dual-walled polyester polymer construction there. It's not going to get beat up, and I'll prove that to you as well.
Okay.
It really does the job. This is just so much better than your regular garden hose, not just because it's more lightweight, but because it's more durable too. And now watch this. I think this is the best part right here.
All right.
Do this, and I can literally tie this in a knot, okay? And I'll pull, you pull it as hard as you can.
Okay, here.
I don't want anyone thinking we're doing anything crazy.
No,
you
no,
pull
no.
it as hard
Okay.
as you want.
All right. So look, there we are. We've tried a nice little, from when I was a Girl Scout. I
Yeah,
recognize that.
yeah, good job. Well done.
All right, that knot is secure. Here's where, take a look. So, yeah, I'm still able to water. There's no knot that's stopping the water pressure at all.
I can stand on it at the same time, and it's still the same pressure.
And can I tell you, how many of you, we've all been there, that frustration where then you've got to walk all the way back to where the kink is. You got to stop what you're doing to go all the way back to wherever the kink is in the hose. You're not going to have that frustration. So here's what I will tell you. This is the QVC 2 big deal. We have not one, but you're getting a set of 2 of these bungee hoses, and they weigh less than 2.5 pounds. The price is less than $50. And if you were to purchase them separately, they're $29.99 a piece. You're getting 2, not for $29.99 a piece, but for less than $50. And if you're using a credit card, we even put them on Easy Pay. So in 53855, that's the item number, 800-500-7590. That's the phone number when you're ordering on QVC 2. And it is garden season, but not just for, the garden. You wash your car with this, you clear your patio with this.
If you hold that for me real quick, here are all the things you can put. You can put on a regular sprinkler head. You put on a regular nozzle, okay? You get the fireman's nozzle, whatever you like. Any type of watering device that you would normally put on a hose, you could put on this one.
Okay.
But the beautiful thing is the first time you've seen this, there's a shutoff right here at the end.
Take a
so
look.
if you have a sprinkler like this, and you turn the water off at the spigot, you don't want it to contract because you don't want the sprinkler to come back to the spigot, right? Well, you don't ever have to worry about that now because the shutoff is right here. And then I know a lot of people were asking about how does it do in the heat? Well, it's actually designed for the heat, and I'll tell you why. These hoses, not only are they heavy, but they kink, okay? And they also, because of the rubber that they're made of, they dry and they crack and they split, okay? They can't take the beating. But remember, this is basically, it's a nylon polyester polymer.
Let's go in close to show that. Do you see the bungee part of your bungee hose? That's the reason it can contract to about 1/3 of the size and then expand to a full 50 feet. This is good, Scott.
Oh, it's amazing.
It's good.
You don't think you'd ever get excited about hoses. Like in all fairness, you and I were talking before we went on the air.
It's true.
But this is really one of the best innovations I've ever seen because it's made so well. So again, you're not gonna worry about kinking, you're not gonna worry about any of that. Collapses down to less than 17 feet, less than 2.5 pounds.
Yeah.
But like I said, you could run this over with your car, water in, water out. You have no worries.
This is, Father's Day is coming up, Mother's Day is coming up. If mom is a gardener, oh my gosh, wouldn't she love a better hose? That's what this is. And I love when you say, really, when we think about it, there hasn't been a lot of innovation in the garden hose over all these many years. This is an innovation in the garden hose. That bungee technology, the fact that it expands to a full 50 feet, but is compact down to about 1/3 of that, at about 17 feet in its contracted position, that you've got brass nozzles that you've got the shutoff valve, because what happens, remember, it will contract when there is no water pressure. So in order to go ahead and put your sprinkler where you want it in the yard, you are able to turn this off and turn it on so you have the pressure that you need when you want it. All you have to do is let us know what color you'd like in your set of 2 flexible 50-foot expandable bungee hoses. You can choose a set of 2 in red, that's what Scott's using, or you can choose a set of 2 in black. By the way, red is more popular. A lot of people loving the idea of a red hose. I know.
You and I
kind of
looked
feel
at it,
like, kind of feel a little fireman-like.
Yep, and it is. It's nice.